I jokingly say that my grandma was the first positive psychologist. I had that as a child, not knowing what that was, so that when all of this first came up and I read a book back in 2013 called Happiness Advantage, it just clicked with me because it was really what I was kind of raised with.
10 years ago, school principal Connie Crigger introduced her staff and students to a program promoting positive school culture known today by her students as the Orange Frog, starring Spark. That first kindergarten class is now in high school, and the training remains infectious beyond Mann at the middle and high school levels.
I feel like it has made an impact on my life and definitely my younger and my older sister.
The students can tell you about Spark. They can tell you what it stands for. They can tell you, how it's influenced them. And I do believe when they have that mindset that they go into a new school and hopefully carry that on.
Following Spark, which stands for self-awareness, positivity, attitude of gratitude, and respect, if I didn't say that, and kindness.
Those were all really, really good morals that I think every person should be taught. It encourages me to be an upstander, not a bystander.
The Orange Frog is a parable from Sean Acor's The Happiness Advantage. It teaches the benefits of positivity. It can be applied anywhere, from schools to jobs to family relationships, to increase positive attitudes, leading to increased productivity and stability at home.
It's kind of like a symbol of being like a good person to others.
Mrs. Crigger started with training her staff. More than a decade later, many of that staff had retired, so she invited her entire school staff to a new training this summer.
So this group's experience is that 3 different ways to feel happy.
Part of what you learn with the book is about the ripple effect, that you ripple out acts of kindness or an attitude of gratitude or respect.
I was here until 5th grade, and I look back and I see we were really taught well how to treat each other.
We want them to succeed in the future, and just going into the future in general with a positive outlook is going to help them.
We definitely live in a more negative society probably than we've lived in a long time. We do our children a disservice by not making sure that we're combating technology and all of the things that are making them an anxious generation.
As Mrs. Crigger says, leading by example starts with the adults.
We start every faculty meeting, every staff meeting, with something called compliments and concerns. And so they look at their colleague and they say, hey, I want to compliment Barb. She was helping me with this the other day and I was really grateful for that. That's how we start every single meeting we have. Well, guess what? I rarely ever get a concern.
During my 1st grade year, it was during the middle of the COVID pandemic, and I came in, and one of the things they were doing in that school at the time was this kind of like this bucket thing. Everyone had a bucket, and if you had something positive or nice to say to them, you wrote and then you put it in there. And then when I walked into the classroom on my first day, I was kind of nervous and scared, and my bucket was overflowing, and that was awesome.
I think it's great for all kids to experience it because it really helps them build on themselves.
So when I hear graduates still talking about it, oh yeah, and we even, a couple of times they said, we tried to get a kindness club started, once we were either at middle school or high school. So they're trying to figure out, how to keep that going. And we talked to them, I'm like, hey guys, you are going to be the ripple effect now.
I go to Gray, and then lots of teachers have said, you guys are one of the best classes we've had.
Sometimes somebody will say, oh, that's kind of Pollyanna. Is it? When we have 150 kids leave here as a class and go, and now they're going to be mixed with a lot of other kids, my perspective is even if only 20 of those kids are able to do that, that's 20 more than you had before. And those 20 can impact 20 other kids. They have research now that talks about how people are more successful in their jobs. All kinds of research talks about that you live a healthier life when you're positive.
It's kind of like as you get exposed to it more and more, it becomes to start being put into like kind of your belief system.
Whatever behavior is modeled early in life will be contagious. Utilizing a simple kindness concept can change the world.